Hey, what's up, guys? You're here with Goran, and thank you for joining me here for your free picks for Sunday, December 31st. We have only two games to talk about, guys. Two games in the EPL. Last game, the last day of the year, and let's try to make it a nice and positive one. I would be lying if I said I was happy with the way our Saturday went. It started off great with three nice wins in the EPL, but then we had losses. Uh, City ended up winning 2-0 with only one goal in the first half. I was shocked that Everton hasn't scored against Wolverhampton. Manchester United once again took a couple of steps back after taking one step forward. Atalanta kept kept a clean sheet. Milan and Sassuolo had a pretty much pedestrian game with only 1-0. And Juve and Roma was surprisingly uninteresting, and it did not go the way I was expecting that game to go. But we move on to the Sunday, guys, and the couple of games in the EPL that we have to talk about. For more free picks, of course, go up to the YouTube channel and check it out, guys. Feel free to leave a comment. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button. And for my best bets, click the link in the description, and that will get you up to my page where you can sign up. Let's get this show on the road, guys. The first game that we have is actually both of the games are at 9 a.m. Eastern time. The first one is between Fulham and Arsenal. Arsenal coming off of a surprising loss to West Ham. Well, it was surprising to a lot of people. I honestly was not surprised or shocked by the result as I was expecting it. I was expecting West Ham to be a real threat in that game, and they were a real threat. They got a nice 2-0 win. While Arsenal, and this is me not trying to take away anything from West Ham because they absolutely deserve that, Arsenal was slow in the attacking and they were sloppy. They were very inconsistent. They did not create any, let's call them 100% chances, and they simply did not look like themselves. And I think that Arteta will have to shuffle that lineup up front a little bit. Saka hasn't done pretty much anything in weeks. Odegaard had everything Odegaard is doing in over the last couple of weeks was going to his left and passing the ball back. Every now and then he makes a cross in. The only players that have been doing something, that have been trying to do something, were Martinelli and Trossard when he's in the lineup on that left flank. And then we have Jesus, who uh, you never know what type of a player he's going to be in each game. And sometimes he's a great striker, sometimes he's just in a way of everything. And I don't know. But this is going to be a different type of a game, in my opinion, for Arsenal. And in matchups like this, usually we see a lot of goals, and we have seen more over 2.5s, and even both teams to score in this matchup than not. And I think it's going to be a great game. Fulham has lost three of their last four. They haven't scored a goal in their last two games. Now they're facing this vulnerable Arsenal team. They are facing them at home, and we'll see if they can do anything, if they can get on the scoreboard, if they can be a threat to them. But like I said, I expect Arsenal to step up in this game, and I think they will get a nice win on the road. So I'm gonna go for the full money on Arsenal here, and that is Arsenal to win and over 2.5 goals at plus 123. The second game of the day in the EPL is between Tottenham and Bournemouth, and I think this is gonna be a firecracker of a game, guys. Tottenham, they were losing 4-0 against Brighton on the road just a few days ago, and they ended up scoring a couple of late goals, making this game a lot more interesting and a lot more harder for Brighton than it should have been in the end. But they kept scoring goals, they kept trying, they kept playing well. The biggest problem for Tottenham is the lack of depth, and they have a bunch of injured players. They have a suspended players. Kulusevski is now out. Uh, while a bunch of other players are injured. And if Tottenham can be a little bit more active in the transfer market now in the winter, bring in a few players, that should put them back on track. As far as Bournemouth goes, they are playing basically like a prime Barcelona right now, I gotta say. They are on a 4-game winning streak. They have scored 11 goals in those 4 games, and they basically look unbeatable. They have beaten Crystal Palace, United, Manchester United, and Nottingham Forest on the road, and they destroyed Fulham in their last game 3-0 at home as well. This is not going to be an easy game for Tottenham. It's not going to be an easy game for Bournemouth as well. But Bournemouth hasn't lost any of their last 7 games, and like I said, at the moment they play like a prime Barcelona, and they will be very, very hard team to beat. We already established that they're playing really well on the road. They're playing really well at home. Tottenham is going to be in the world of pain in this game, in my opinion. And for that reason, I'm going to take Bournemouth over 4.5 shots on target, and that is minus 139. As usual, goals are expected here. Over 2.5 is highly priced. Both teams to score an over 2.5 was like minus 190 or something like that. So if you want to bet goals, I would go with over 1.5 in the first half, or maybe even over 3.5 as a game total. But personally, I think that Bournemouth is being severely underrated here in this game at plus 295 underdogs because they will be a huge, huge threat in this game. So, Bournemouth over 4.5 shots on target at minus 139. That's going to be my pick for this one. That's it, everyone. Thank you for joining me here for the last video of the year, guys. We are kicking off the new year. We have a couple of games on the schedule, I believe, in the EPL. Not sure there's anything else going on, but it's gonna be an interesting new year, guys. Let's hope it's gonna be better than this one. Let's hope we win a lot of bets, and I wish you and your families, guys, happy new year, happy holidays, and let's win some money together, guys. Stay tuned.